So, I'm a part of the LGBT community. I identify as trans and gay, so I'm FTM. The struggles of being FTM are obviously dysphoria, um, and like this transphobia and being targeted for that. But in my life, I haven't really been bullied for being trans. It's more like internalized transphobia. Like sometimes I feel like, is this really an okay thing to be? Should I just go back to being a female? Um, like, but I was like, no, because I'm not happy identifying as a female. Steps I went to lessen the dysphoria is I convinced my parents to let me get my hair cut this short. Now, it's still kind of feminine, but it's short, and that works for me. Um, I am trying my hardest to purchase a binder, or somehow attain one, but that's becoming a real struggle. So I'm aiming for boy clothing. Some of my friends might send me some boy clothing, so that'd be fantastic. Another struggle is I have come out to everyone except for one person who's very important in my life, and it's a struggle where you want to come out because that would affect it greatly and you can move forward, but also I'm too scared to, so I'm just gonna just remain in the closet. The second thing I wanted to talk about is trans discrimination in general. How trans people are not allowed to be in the army. And, there's a pro and a con to this. The pro is that trans people won't be drafted to join the army, and if they don't want to join the army, they won't have to worry about it. The con is if a trans person wanted to join the army, they can't. But like, my question is, why does it matter? I mean, it doesn't, because they can still fight as well as a cis person can, and there's no difference. That's like saying gay people can't be in the army. No, they can. And trans is no different. So I don't know what makes people think, oh, trans people would suck in the army. We shouldn't allow them to join. Yeah. The third thing I want to talk about is organizations that help LGBT communities and things you can do to help, or if you're in the community, trans community stuff for you. Join, if your school has a GSA, join the GSA. That's a group of people who relate to you and feel your struggles, and you will feel less alone. Join groups outside of school. That will help. Join online communities, and meet like online friends. Just remember, stay careful online, of course. But things other people can do, like if your friend or your son or your brother or some family member or friend comes out to you as trans, don't immediately shut them down. Like you, even if you don't agree, you can still be a bigger person and accept them and try to help them. Even you don't agree, and maybe you'll end up changing your mind and thinking that trans is okay and it's valid, because it is. So those are things that can help. Yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.
Hi, I'm Nora. I use she, her pronouns. I've known I was trans for about a year and a bit, a few months now. Uh, yeah, it's being trans, it's strange, but also sort of normal. Like, I had all these thoughts of, wow, it'd be cool to be a girl. I'd like to be a girl for like a long time. I think since puberty started. And I just assumed that they were normal. Like, I just assumed that every boy wanted to be a girl deep inside, or had thoughts of wanting to be a girl. Uh, but eventually I found out that that obviously wasn't true. It I first understood who I was when I found a transgender forum on the internet by accident, and I related to the posts on there. And eventually, through being on that forum for a while and reading lots of things, I realized that I was in fact transgender and that I didn't want to be a boy. And that there were other people like me, and you could actually do something about it, which was wonderful. It was really great. And then over time, I came out to various people, which was tough. It was scary. Coming out's not easy. I broke down in tears when I told my parents about it. And luckily, they were supportive. Uh, but I know that not everybody has that is in that good of a situation where they have supportive parents and live in a place where something can be done about it. Uh, it's hard to say what it's like being trans because it feels just so normal. Like, I'm just a girl, I just exist. How do you don't really feel much different than any other girl. It's it's just it's just existing. Uh, I haven't personally, I haven't been harassed at all for who I am, which is nice, and I haven't dealt with, oh, you're in the wrong bathroom stuff yet. But that's mainly because I haven't really used public restrooms all that much, because it's kind of scary. Uh, but, yeah. There's a lot of stuff in the LGBTQ uh, area. I'm forgetting the right word for it. Uh, but there's a lot of queer politicking that goes on, and I've sort of checked myself out of that because I don't like it. I know a lot of people who do enjoy getting like really deep into the woods, but like I see a lot of fights about like what you can identify as and who gets to identify as what, and I've sort of checked out of that. I've adopted a bit of a live and let live mentality, and unless someone's literally calling themselves an attack helicopter, which is very transphobic and dumb, and one of the two jokes that transphobes have, it's like, who cares? It's not really hurting you. Uh, there are a few trans organizations that I know of, but again, since I'm not checked into the whole queer politicking and uh like yeah, like the history and deep into like, oh, this is who I am. Like, being trans is not my identity. It is a part of my identity, but there's so much more interesting things about me. Like, this is just a bit of who I am. It's not that much, but there are a few organizations that I know of. In the UK, there's Mermaids Gender, I believe, which helps trans kids. Uh, the US, well, locally to me, there's Umbrella, which is part of Out Metro West. Uh, but also more nationally, there's Trans Lifeline, which is a like very trans specific uh, phone line that you can call when you're having troubles. There's, I believe, the Trevor Project, which is also similar to that. But yeah, it's it's really hard to describe how it feels to be trans because it feels so normal. And I don't know, it is normal. There, there's not much to it. I'm a normal person.